Stop it. That's really rude. Benji wore pink. I think we've got pretty much the whole place to ourselves. You're not going to do that all the way through the movie, are you?
Something to break the silence. It's really quiet.
Wow. This is so fancy. And we got like table. How's it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Play with that. I've never seen that. A bottle of water. Or is it an ashtray? You're not going to do that, are you? Then don't. Suck them first to make them soft. At least it's not Graham, because we don't bring Graham to the cinema, because he gets so involved, he shouts out, you know, like, Maverick, look behind you, and stuff like that, doesn't he? You're not really going to do that the whole time, are you? I have never been so desperate for a cigarette in my life. It was not my cup of tea, I have to say. But Alice enjoyed it, didn't you?
I did like it, yeah.
Yeah? What was your favourite bit? I liked
Alan. I think as a movie it was quite engaging.
Yeah, Alan was actually fucking
Alan, yeah. I like Alan.
Not gonna lie, Alan seems like the kind of guy that I'd like hang out with and just...
I quite like Ken.
You are Alan.
Am I? Oh.
Yeah, I suppose you could say it was deep. It's just, honest to God, I think Meghan Markle wrote it. I really do, because that's kind of how she talks. Didn't you think it was a little syrupy at the end? Yeah. Where all the Barbies and all the Kens agreed to live.
Oh, I will say one thing that I did like about that movie.
The end.
The aircon.
The aircon was nice, yeah.
Standing out here now, I'm realising how hot it is.
Oh my God.
How much do you reckon they paid?
Right, so what I was saying is, it's very clever marketing that Mattel, the toy maker, make the film. And you said, what about Barbie's car?
Yeah, all the cars in the movies were Chevrolets. Barbie's official car is a Chevrolet.
Is her official car a Chevrolet? You know, as a doll?
I don't know, she's the one that said
Pretty
that, but
sure
every
it
other
is.
vehicle in it was a Chevy.
Did anybody else feel we were the oldest people in that cinema? Like when we left and we looked round and there's all like little girls.
No, there was a guy behind us that...
What, just one guy on his own?
No.
Call the police now.
With his girlfriend.
All right.
He looked like he was mid-30s.
I thought you were going to say there was a dude on his own in the back who was 55 with a beard.
He did have a
wanking
beard.
or something. Oh, I better not put that on YouTube. Okay, so I'm out the cinema. Ben and Alice have decided they're going to do some bowling. So I'm going back to Graham. I'm away from that film. To quote Blackadder, I think the best way to put it is, it started out okay, tailed off in the middle, and the least said about the end, the better. The end was, I think I'm just too old and I'm too cynical. Alice loved it. Maybe I would have loved it when I was younger. I seriously doubt it, actually. I felt embarrassed the whole time I was watching it. Just this deep sense of embarrassment for everybody, especially Will Ferrell, especially him. Particularly humiliating part. I don't know how the guy did it. The girl who played Barbie, she was okay. She looked the part, you know. The guy who played Ken, he looked the part, and he had the funniest bits. But quite a few of you had said the trailer, everything is in the trailer, and that's absolutely true. So, going back through the refinery. I don't like the Carretera that much, and this is my favourite beach. And I'm stuck behind a Lerner ice cream truck just to polish my afternoon off. I mean, I wouldn't watch it again, let's put it that way. I don't want to be too cruel. I don't think I can turn it off. Certainly not while I'm driving. Yeah, Barbie. I really thought it was going to be like Toy Story, you know, and there'd be loads of funny things in it. Not like, it was like they were deliberately trying to cry, and it was all about, oh, women are expected to be this, and women don't have any power in the real world, and it's all men. And I don't know. I can imagine actually Megan watching that movie the other night. I can imagine. And I bet she was like, I want to be Barbie. Oh, traffic light, please be green. Please stay green. We'll sit here forever. Yes! Right. That's great. A bit bumpy now, going through the actual refinery. This one, the beach is that way. Ice cream truck, please go away. Yeah, I can imagine Meghan Markle just loving that, because at the end, I mean, I kept looking at my watch and trying to figure out how long this film is. Well, you're not going to the beach? That's where all the people are. I want to buy your ice creams. Yeah, I just couldn't resist checking my watch all the time, thinking, when is this going to end? Because the last 40 minutes, I'd say at least 40, if not 50 minutes, was Ken singing very, very long songs. It seemed like he was never going to stop singing. Just kept singing. And they were all Kens. All the boys were called Ken, and all the girls were called Barbie. And then there was just loads of monologues about how everybody has value and how everybody should be represented and included, and yeah, that's great. But I mean, it's not very entertaining, is it? I could see Markle, so she probably had tears in her eyes the whole time she was watching it. And there was a Barbie that kept getting awards for fuck all. Pardon my French. And I mean, in those moments when this Barbie had all her little awards, for which she admitted she'd never actually done anything to earn them, I bet Markle was just tearing up. Please stay green. Please stay green. Come on, ice cream truck. Come on, you can do this. We're going to go over a very, very, very old bridge now. Yes, second green light. I'm on a roll. Oh, please don't stop. Go, go. That's it. Well done. Don't pull out my grandpa. Yeah. And then when I came out, it's in like a complex. One thing I will say, what a fancy cinema. Absolutely lovely. Big leather seats. It's been ages since I've been to the cinema. I've never seen anything like it. And a cool little table thing that swings around and stuff. And the sound system in there was fantastic. And I'm sure if there'd been decent music instead of Ken constantly singing, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. In fact, the beginning was really great. I thought, here, we're off to a great start. But it just turned so nicey, sickly. And the very end punchline was, because Barbie, of course, is not human, but she wished she could be human. And the family were electric scooters. Go away. Oh great, now the ice cream truck wants to pull up. I'm going back the fast way because I don't think I can take much more of this actually. Yeah, the punchline at the end was she wished she could be human, so she became human, and the family that she had sort of adopted her were dropping her off, and it looked like she was going to go for her first job interview or something, you know, so she'd have a meaningful life instead of just being a Barbie. And she goes into this place and they said, what's your name and everything, and then she said, oh, my first appointment with the gynecologist. I don't understand that bit, or where they were coming from with that. But, Sorry, I'm just on a roundabout now. And every car in Spain, of course, is coming, as usual. Yeah, Barbie's first appointment with a gynecologist. Good grief. By the way, I loved the comment that one of you made and said, why didn't you get pregnant Barbies? There was a pregnant Barbie in the film. I don't know if it was a moon bump or if there's like a lug, like a piece of Lego where you would stick it on. And someone else in the comments the other night said there was actually a pregnant Barbie, but they'd only ever seen one once before. I don't know. I never knew Barbie was that big a part of people's lives. I never had Barbies, actually. I had Cindy dolls. They were different. I think my mother didn't approve or like the Barbie. But she, for some reason, liked the Cindy dolls. Had massive eyes, and I don't think my daughter ever had Barbies. I think she had Bratz dolls. They were cool. I used to love the Bratz. But it is very, very clever marketing that a manufacturer of a toy can make a film, and they reckon it's $1 billion movie. This, but the cinema was really empty. There were only a few of us in there. But that could be because we were watching the English showing, and we're in Spain, of course, so there's not as many of us who want to watch it in English. And then Ben and Alice said they might come down to the boat before they go back up to Torre. That would be nice if we saw them tonight. And then what I'm doing now is I'm going to go back and check on Graham, and then I've got to go back to the house again. Because I've done everything in the house except wash the floors. That was the last thing, but I didn't have quite enough time before Barbie, the movie. Oh my God. It's been about 20 years since I went to the cinema last. I can't even remember what the last film was I watched. And I think it'll be another 20 years before I go again. I can't remember what the last... Do you know, I don't think Graham and I have ever been to the cinema together. Come to think of it, ever. No, I don't think we have. The fella I was with before, he used to go to the cinema 3 times a week. He loved it. He liked the escapism. Anyway, it's an experience, isn't it? Like going to the doctor or having your teeth pulled out or something. Really not my cup of tea. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm sure some people would like it. I mean, I suppose, yes, there are lots of deep and meaningful messages in it. If those thoughts, I suppose, had never occurred to a person before, and then you would have further, you know, as you advance in life, you would go beyond those thoughts. I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit too critical. I just want all these cars in front of me to go away, get out of my way so I can get home. And thank goodness the weather is not as hot now. Bad for August. I had lovely air conditioning in there. Oh, nearly home. I'll probably get back and find I didn't hit the record button after all that. Oh my word, the beach is absolutely packed. There isn't an inch of sand inside. Yikes. Yes, green lights all the way. Please stay green. Yes, I'm definitely on a winning streak. Here comes the marina, finally. Goodbye, cars. had to run out sometime. Oh well, this will give me an opportunity to stop the video. Thank you very much for listening.